You ever get that feeling that your mind has a mind of its own? Like it's playing these little tricks on you that you don't even see happening. Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the psychological forces that are quietly, running the show.
So let's just jump right in. Does your own mind ever feel like it's working against you? I mean, you know exactly what you should do, but then you find yourself overthinking everything. Or maybe you react in a way that you totally regret later. It's a super frustrating feeling, isn't it?
And, we all like to think we're in the driver's seat, that we have complete control over our thoughts, our feelings, our decisions.
But the reality, it's a little more complicated than that. A lot of our most important thoughts, our biggest emotions, our key decisions, well, they aren't being consciously made at all.
They're just happening automatically. You can think of them like these subconscious scripts kind of running in the background and shaping our entire lives without us even giving them permission. So yeah, let's peel back that curtain and really see what's going on under the hood.
All right, first up, let's dive into our inner world. We're talking about the stories we tell ourselves, which, let's be honest, are often the biggest source of our own confusion and stress.
You know the scene. It's late, it's quiet, but your mind is running a full-on marathon. It grabs one tiny little detail and just spins it into a total catastrophe. And here's the kicker. That problem, it only exists in your head. Seriously. Your brain is just trying to stay busy, even if that means creating a whole lot of stress out of absolutely nothing.
Okay, so what about our past? We tend to think of memory like it's a perfect video recording, right? But it's not even close. Every single time you recall an event, your brain actually rebuilds it from scratch. It changes little details, it tweaks the emotions based on how you feel right now. So get this, you're not actually remembering the event itself. You're just remembering the last time you remembered it. Wild, right? Just think about a really meaningful conversation you had. I bet you don't remember the exact words, do you? But you definitely 100% remember how it made you feel. And that's because our brains store emotions way more deeply than they store words. The words just fade away, but those feelings, they stick around, and they're what really shape our memories.
Okay, let's shift gears now and talk about our outer world. How do all these internal shortcuts actually affect how we see other people, and maybe more importantly, how they see us?
So, picture this. The moment you meet someone, their brain is judging you. We're talking seconds. Before you even get a chance to show your personality, your appearance, your body language, they've already told a story. And once that first impression gets locked in, man, it is incredibly hard to change. It's not fair, for sure, but that's just how we're wired.
So why does this happen? Well, it's all about mental shortcuts. Your brain is trying to save energy, so it makes these super quick judgments based on simple cues. Like, for example, we often subconsciously assume that attractive people are also more intelligent or more trustworthy. It's a bias that most of us don't even know we have.
And this whole thing goes both ways. The people around us don't just judge us, they actually shape us. Just think about your closest friends for a second. Their habits, their attitudes, they slowly start to rub off on you. The change is so gradual, you probably won't even notice it happening. But over time, your environment is quietly molding who you become.
All right, for our final section, let's dive into the deepest layer. We're talking about the invisible forces that are constantly, quietly driving our behavior.
Let me ask you something. Is waiting for, say, exam results sometimes more painful than just getting bad news? For most of us, the answer is a big, resounding yes.
And here's why. Our brains absolutely hate uncertainty. We would much rather get a clear answer, even a bad one, than be stuck in that limbo of confusion. See, clarity gives us a path forward, a way to take action, and that gives us a sense of control. Uncertainty, all that does is fill our minds with stress.
This hatred of the unknown also explains why we can't stand voids. Think about an awkward silence in a conversation. What's the first thing we do? We rush to fill it. Well, the same thing happens with information. When there's a lack of facts, fear just spreads like wildfire to fill that void. And that causes us to react emotionally first and think logically way later.
And then there's dopamine. This is the big driver of our actions. You do something simple, right? Like scroll through social media. You get a tiny little chemical reward in your brain. And your brain goes, hey, that felt good, let's do it again. And just like that, a powerful habit loop is born. But here's the danger. When we rely on those quick, easy hits, the hard work needed for long-term goals starts to feel way less rewarding. And that slowly, quietly, just kills our motivation.
So when you put all of this together, a pretty clear picture starts to emerge, doesn't it? Your mind, it's not always your friend. It kind of has its own agenda. I mean, sometimes its automatic patterns are there to protect you, for sure, but a lot of the time, they're simply controlling you.
And look, knowing these facts is one thing. That's the easy part. But the real question is, are you aware of them happening inside you? Can you actually start to notice these patterns playing out in your own daily life?
Because really, awareness is the first step. It's everything. Once you start to notice these little subconscious tricks your mind is playing, you can actually start to take back control. And when you control your mind, well, that's when you can truly, intentionally change your life.